Hello and welcome to another video by Day Night Gaming. In this video we'll be taking Armor Smith from levels 1 to 80 in the MMORPG known as Final Fantasy XIV. Due to the length of this video, we will be partitioning it into subsections with the shopping list of materials at the start of each leveling bracket. And for this first part, we will be doing levels 1 through 50. So before we begin, we have a quick shopping list that we need to purchase from the market board. And if you don't intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have with materia, then it's highly recommended to purchase as much of this as possible and high quality in order to help supplement your lack of control stat with a boost to your quality bar at the beginning of the craft. So please purchase 9 out goat leather, 9 boar leather, 1 brass ingot, 1 bronze barbet, 12 bronze ingot, 6 bronze plate, 1 copper ingot, 3 diorite sinew, 3 electrum ingot, 2 iron plate, 1 iron ring, 12 iron rivets, 12 mithril plate, 27 steel ingot, 15 steel plate, and 18 steel rings. And for the following items, please purchase these in high quality, starting with 2 high quality bronze barbet, 2 high quality bronze harborjan, 2 high quality bronze ingot, and yes, these 2 high quality bronze ingots are separate from the bronze ingots we purchased earlier. Also, please purchase 2 high quality bronze skillet, 1 high quality bronze plate belt, and 1 high quality iron skillet. So here we are in the city of Limsa at the Armorers Guild. Now if you don't know how to get here, please take the Aetherite telepoint to the aft castle and then head due southwest. Once we arrive into the Armorers Guild, we're going to speak to Guanaco, the guild receptionist, and this is how we're going to unlock the Armorer's profession. Do you wish to join the Armorer's Guild? Yes. Then speak to Guanaco again and accept the level 1 job quest known as Way of the Armorer. So now we're going to head outside to the balcony and we're going to speak to Hananza to complete the quest. So here we go. Please remember this location because we're going to come here very often. Do you have the fortitude to preserve? Yes. Then complete. Now at this point in time, we need to find the weapon known as Weathered Doming Hammer, and by equipping that we will become the Armorer. So check your inventory, and if it's not there, instead check your main hand armory chest. Once you locate it, equip the Weathered Doming Hammer into your main hand weapon slot, and you will become an Armorer. So now we're going to open up our gear set list, and we're going to hit the plus to create a new gear set. Then we're going to drag and drop that icon into a hotbar so we can quickly and easily change to Armorer whenever we need to. So after doing so, we're going to speak to Hananza Guildmaster again. And now we're going to accept the level 1 job quest known as My First Doming Hammer. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. And now we're going to turn to the left and take a few steps to the north and speak to Somwerb, the guild supplier. And it's very important to note that there are many guild suppliers located around the world of Eorzea that have different things for sale, so it's always good to check them out. So we're going to speak to Somwerb and purchase 2 copper ore and 1 tin ore. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And we're going to use these to craft our first item, just so I can show you how to craft. So we're going to open up our crafting log. And then we're going to go ahead and synthesize the bronze ingot, which is the first item on the list. And then we're going to click synthesize. And there we go, we've completely crafted a normal quality bronze ingot. And that's what we're going to turn into Hananza the Guildmaster. So make sure in the item request you select the one without the little sparkly shiny dots, as that's a normal quality item. Alright, so now we're going to do Lev quest to get to level 50. So we're going to head due north past the Aetherite Crystal into the Adventurers Guild called the Drowning Wench. And please remember this location as we're definitely going to be returning here many times over throughout the course of this video. Once we enter the Drowning Wench Adventurers Guild, we're going to speak to Tamikri the Levmet. And we're going to select Tradecraft Leves. And we're going to grab the level 1 Lev quest known as Ain't Got No Ingots and skillet labor. Now, we don't have the skills to craft high quality items, but luckily we already pre-purchased them. So now we're going to teleport to the Limsa Lower Decks Aetheryte Plaza. And once we get there, we're going to look for Bango Zango. And we're going to be turning in these items that we already pre-purchased in high quality earlier in the video. So please remember this location, as we're going to be returning to Bango Zango, the Brugere Consortium, quite often in this video. So we're going to head over and we're going to turn in the first Lev quest. And that's Ain't Got No Ingots. And you're going to notice we're going to get a lot of EXP. And make sure you turn in the high quality version, the one with the little sparklies on it. And then yes, and complete. And then we're going to turn in skilled labor, and just like before, we have to make sure we turn in a high quality version. Yes, and complete. And as you can see here, we jumped immediately to level 6. So now we're going to take the Aetheryte telepoint back to the aft castle. And we're going to head back to the Drowning Wench, so we can grab the next set of Lev quests. So I'm going to show you this direction one time, and then after that we're just going to skip straight to Tamikri whenever we teleport back here. So go ahead and speak to Tamikri the Levmet, and this time we're going to grab both the level 1 Lev quest and the level 5 Lev quest. So we're going to start with You Got Mail, Headbanger's Thrall, and then we're going to go back to level 1 Lev quest and grab Ain't Got No Ingots and Skillet Labor again. So now you should have 4 Lev quests. And the reason for that is because of the travel time it takes. We want to try and get as much EXP as possible. So here we are back at Bango Zango. And we're going to turn in Ain't Got No Ingots. And make sure to turn in the high quality version. And then we're going to turn in Skillet Labor. Once again, make sure to turn in that high quality version. After that, we're going to turn in You Got Mail and turn in our high quality Bronze Habergeon. And finally, we're going to turn in Headbanger's Thrall and turn in our high quality Bronze Barbet. Make sure it's the high quality version. Go ahead and hand over. Yes. And complete. And there we go. We've jumped immediately to level 11. So now we're going to head back to Tamikri the Levmet. And now we're going to grab the level 10 Lev quest known as Waste Not, Want Not, and All Over That, as well as You've Got Mail and Headbanger's Thrall. Once you have all 4 of those, we're going to head back to Bango Zango. So go ahead and teleport to Limsa main Aetheryte Plaza. And once we get there, we're going to go ahead and turn them into Bango Zango. So we're going to start off with You Got Mail, and we're going to turn in our high quality Bronze Habergeon. Then we're going to do Headbanger's Thrall to turn in our high quality Bronze Barbet. Make sure that it's the high quality version. Hand over, yes. Alright. Now that we're level 13, we're going to be turning in Waste Not, Want Not. Turning in our high quality Bronze Plate Belt. And then after that, we're going to turn in All Over That to turn in our high quality Iron Skillet. And that should get us to level 15. So now we should have the skills needed in order to make high quality items. So from here on out, we're going to be crafting everything that we're going to be turning in. Alright, so head to Tamikri the Levmet, and now I'm going to show you the gear that we use for this portion of the video. Now please keep in mind you do not need to meld your gear as deeply as I have with Materia, but you do need to get to a minimum of 292 CP in order to do the rotations that we're going to be doing. And instead you can supplement your lack of control stat by using high quality materials in order to give you a boost to your quality bar at the beginning of the craft. Also keep in mind that we're going to be eating high quality Blood Bullet based food and high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup in order to increase our CP and control stat. So go ahead and speak to Tamikri the Levmet. So we're going to grab the level 15 Lev quest known as Fashion Week and Cover Girl. So go ahead and open up your crafting log just like we did earlier in the video. And in the recipe search, look for decorated bronze barbet. And in the materials section of this, you'll want to right click the bronze barbet helmet icon. And that's where we're gonna plug in the bronze barbet. So go ahead, and if you have any high quality materials that you want to use, go ahead and plug those in and then click synthesize. So we're gonna start off with Inner Quiet. And what this is gonna do is for every stack we gain up to a maximum of 11, it's going to improve how much quality our quality affecting actions like Basic Touch will yield. Then we're going to do Waste Not, which is going to have the durability of any durability using action. And now we're going to do 4 basic touches in a row so that we can increase our quality. Now quality determines if you will actually high quality the item. So we want to get that to HQ 100%. So that's the first basic touch. Now the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. And you notice we still have a lot of quality bar to go through. So we're going to activate Waste Not again. And right now we're at 5 Inner Quiet stacks. We want to get that up to 9. So we're going to do 4 more basic touch in a row. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And by that time you should have maxed out your quality bar. Now we still have 30 durability left. That means we have 3 actions of basic synthesis that we can do before we break the craft. So we want to increase our progress bar to 100% before reaching 0 durability. So we go 1, 2, and our third one should get us there right as we hit 0 durability. As long as you hit 100 progress, you'll complete the craft. And there we go. We've crafted a high quality decorated bronze barbet. So now in the recipe search, we want to type in Iron Curious. And we're going to go ahead and craft that as well in high quality. So go ahead and synthesize. Plug in any high quality materials that you might need into the numbers section. So here we go. Go ahead and synthesize now. And we're going to be doing the same rotation that we did earlier at Inner Quiet. Right. Waste Not. 4 basic touch in a row to get us to 5 Inner Quiet stacks. Then we're going to do Waste Not again. Then 4 more basic touch in a row to get us to 9 Inner Quiet stacks. And that should max out our quality bar once we get to that point. And then we're going to do Veneration followed by 3 basic synthesis in order to complete the progress bar. Alright, so here we go. 1, 2, and if you need to, a third one. Alright, so now we've crafted a high quality Iron Curious, so we're going to head back to Bango Zango. And we're going to turn them in. So go ahead and turn in Cover Girl first, and turn in the high quality decorated bronze barbet. And then go ahead and turn in Fashion Week, so you can turn in the high quality Iron Curious as well. And after that we should be level 19, and we're very close to 20 but not quite there, which means we will not be able to grab the level 20 Lev quests yet. Alright, so now we're going to head back to Tamikri the Levman, and I'm going to show you the gear that we used for this section of the video. Once again, remember you do not need to meld your gears deeply as I have, but you will need to use a minimum of 328 CP after all food and buffs have been applied. Now please keep in mind that most of the gear that we're using is still the same as previously. We're just filling in the empty slots that we had vacant from earlier. Most notably the wrist and the 2 rings. And remember, we're going to be eating high quality Blood Bowl based food and high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup. just like before. So we need to get to level 20, so we're going to craft a couple things that we're going to use for the Lev quest at level 20. So we're going to be crafting bronze buckler, because that is the recipe material for the ironclad bronze buckler, as you can see here. So we're going to be crafting these, so go ahead and open up your crafting log and search for bronze buckler. And we're going to go and synthesize these, and we're going to be crafting 3 of them, because we're going to use 3 of them as materials. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And the reason for that is Standard Touch is a combo action that combos off of Basic Touch. And it's basically just an improved version of Basic Touch if it's comboed. So that should use up all 4 Waste Not 2 stacks. And then we're going to reactivate Waste Not. And then after that we're going to repeat Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. That should get us to 9 Inner Quiet stacks. After that, our quality bar should be complete, and now we're going to do Veneration and finish off with 3 Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar, with our final 30 durability. Alright, so we've crafted 1 high quality bronze buckler, but we need to craft 3. And the reason for that is the Lev quest that we're going to be doing is a triple turn-in. And instead of turning in 1 item, we're actually going to be turning in 3 items per Lev quest. And remember, there's a material for the next recipe we're going to do. And as you can see here, after crafting all 3 of those, we should be well into level 20, which is perfect. So with those materials in hand, we're then going to speak to Tamikri the Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 20 Lev quest known as Get Me the Hard Stuff. So go ahead and do that now. And we're only going to be grabbing this one Lev quest because from here on out, all the Lev quests are actually really efficient whenever you're doing a triple turn-in. So go ahead and grab that. And as you can see here, we're going to have to craft 3 ironclad bronze bucklers. So go ahead and accept the Lev quest and then open up your crafting log and go ahead and search up ironclad bronze buckler in the recipe search. Alright, so go ahead and right click the bronze buckler in the material list. And as you can see here, since we're using a high quality material, we're getting a boost to our quality. So make sure you have your food and buffs active like I said earlier. So high quality blood bowl based food and high quality cunning craftsman syrup. Then we're going to go ahead and synthesize. And we're going to use the same rotation that we just used, so it's going to be Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not. And then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch to use up all 4 of those Waste Not stacks, bringing us to 5 Inner Quiet. Then we're going to do Waste Not again. And then we're going to follow up with Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, using up all 4 of those Waste Not stacks, bringing us to Inner Quiet 9. And then we're going to do Veneration and 3 Basic Synthesis in a row to complete the progress bar. And we're going to get a lot of EXP for turning in these Lev quests, because whenever you turn in a triple turn-in, you're going to turn in the quest 3 times. That gives you 3 opportunities to get EXP. And since they're turning in high quality items every time, you're going to get double the amount of EXP. So you're going to get double the amount of EXP 3 times. That's a lot of experience. And we're going to go through these levels really quickly. Alright, so once you've crafted all 3 high quality ironclad bronze bucklers, we're then going to teleport to Bango Zango to turn them in at the main Aetherite Plaza in Limsa Luminsa, just like before. So here we are, we're at Bango Zango. So we're going to go ahead and turn in the first high quality ironclad bronze buckler. We're going to hand it over. Do we want to turn in a high quality? Yes, complete. And now we're going to get a new message stating submit additional items, and we're going to say yes. And this is going to allow us to turn in our second high quality ironclad bronze buckler. Hand over, yes, complete. And then we're going to Submit additional items, yes. And we're now going to turn in our third high quality ironclad bronze buckler. And we went from level 20 to 24. That's really good. But we're not quite at 25 yet. So we're going to head back and repeat the Lev quest. Get me the hard stuff. And we're going to make 3 more ironclad bronze bucklers, the same way that we just did previously. And here we are back at Bango Zango, and we're going to turn those in. So we're going to hand over the first one, yes. Complete. Some additional, yes. Hand over, yes, and complete. And then we're going to hand over the third one. Some additional, yes. Hand over, yes, and complete. And there we go. Now we're all the way up to level 26, which is great. So head back to Tamikri the Lev Met, and now we're going to grab the level 25 Lev quest known as Tisket Tacit. And this is going to have us crafting 3 high quality steel tacits because it's a triple turn in just like the previous Lev quest. So go ahead and open up your crafting log and search up steel tacits. And if you need to, feel free to use high quality materials. Okay, so we're going to change the rotation a little bit. We're going to do Inner Quiet, and then we're going to do Innovation. There's a new ability which will improve our quality enhancing actions, followed by Waste Not. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, using up all of our Waste Not stacks, bringing us to Inner Quiet 5. Then we're going to do Innovation again, followed by Waste Not. And then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch again, using up all our Waste Not stacks, bringing us to Inner Quiet 9. Then we're going to do Veneration and 3 Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. And that should craft us high quality steel tacits. But because it's a triple turn-in, we have to craft a total of 3, so we need to craft 2 more. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, using the same rotation that we used earlier. Inner Quiet, Innovation, Waste Not, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Innovation, Waste Not, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Veneration, then ending with 3 Basic Synthesis. So once you've crafted all 3 high quality steel tacits, we're then going to head all the way back to Bango Zango to turn them in, just like before. So here we are at Bango Zango, and we're going to turn in Tisket Tacit. So we're going to hand over the first steel tacits, yes, complete. Then the next one, yes, and complete. And finally the third one, hand over, yes, and complete. There we go. We're very close to level 30, as you can see here. It's quite a lot of EXP. So here we are back at Tamikri, and we're going to grab Tisket Tacit again. And we're going to make 3 more high quality steel tacits, just like before. And we're going to stay here. I'm not going to fast forward because after we get to level 30, we're going to grab another Lev quest. So go ahead and make these high quality steel tacits using the same rotation that we used previously. Inner Quiet, Innovation, Waste Not, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Innovation, Waste Not, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Veneration, then ending with 3 Basic Synthesis. And that should get us over the hurdle to level 30, which is going to be perfect because then we'll be able to grab the next set of Lev quests. Alright, so after crafting 3 high quality steel tacits, we should be ready. Alright, as you can see there, we've crafted 3 of them. So now we're going to speak to Tamikri the Lev Met again, and we're going to grab Romper Stomper. So go ahead and do that now. Now this is a very hard craft to do. It's going to have us crafting 3 high quality steel plated jackboots. So we're going to turn in Tisket Tacit first in order to get us an EXP lead into the levels, making crafting the steel plated jackboots easier. So go ahead and turn in Tisket Tacit now. And hand over the first one. Complete. Yes. Hand over the second one. Yes, and now we're going to hand over the third one. As you can see here, we should be about level 32, which is going to give us a pretty good lead. So now crafting steel-plated jackboots are going to be much easier. Once again, make sure you have your high-quality Blood Bowl-based food and high-quality Cunning Castman syrup active. Now open up your crafting log and we're going to search up steel-plated jackboots in the recipe search. Go ahead and do that now. And if you need to use high quality materials, feel free to do so. It'll definitely help. So we're going to synthesize now. And we're going to use the same rotation that we just did. So inner quiet, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. After that, we're going to use veneration and then 3 basic synthesis to complete the progress bar. And after doing so, you should have crafted high quality steel plated jackboots. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft a total of 3. We've crafted 1, so we need to craft 2 more. I'm going to use the same rotation. Inner quiet, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, veneration, and then ending with 3 basic synthesis. And once you've crafted your 3 high quality steel plated jackboots, we're going to go ahead and turn them into Bango Zango, who should be right in front of us. So there we go, that's our third one, perfect. So go ahead and turn them in now. So hand over the first one, yes, complete. Some additional, hand over the second one, complete. Some additional, yes, hand over the final third one, yes, and complete. And there we go, we've hit level 35, which is great. So here we are back at Tumikri, the Levmet. And I'm going to show you the gear that we use for this next portion of the video. Please keep in mind that you're going to need a minimum of 328 CP in order to do the rotation that we're going to be doing. And once again, if you do not intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have with materia, you can instead use high quality materials to supplement your control stat in order to give you a boost at the beginning with your quality bar. Of course, you're definitely going to need to eat high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup and high quality Blood Bullet based food in order to give you a boost, because that is quite a lot of CP, and you definitely will need the control stat. So speak to Tumikri the Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 35 Lev quest known as Get Me the Usual, and this is a very, very good Lev quest. So we're going to be taking this all the way up to level 45, and we're basically going to be skipping the level 40 bracket of Lev quest. So go ahead and open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search look for heavy steel flanchard, and we're going to be crafting 3 high quality heavy steel flanchards per Lev quest, and we're going to be doing this Lev quest multiple times. So go ahead and synthesize, and we're going to be using the same rotation that we did earlier. That's inner quiet, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. Using up all our waste not stacks, bringing us to inner quiet 5. Then we're going to do innovation, then waste not, then basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. Using up all our waste not stacks, bringing us to inner quiet 9. Then we're going to do veneration and ending off with 3 basic synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality heavy steel flanchard, but this is a triple turn-in, so we're going to have to craft 3 per Lev quest. We've crafted 1, so we have to craft 2 more. And once again, we're going to be doing the same rotation: inner quiet, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, innovation, waste not, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, veneration, then ending with 3 basic synthesis. And once you've crafted your 3 high quality heavy steel flanchard, feel free to head to Bango Zango so we can turn in the quest. And you're going to see we're going to get a lot of EXP here. So we're going to hand over the first one. We're currently at level 35. Now we're at 37, so we got almost 2 levels out of that. And then some additional, we're going to hand over the second one. That should bring us to 38, almost 39. Some additional, we're going to hand over the last one. And that should bring us to 40. So even though we're level 40, we're going to skip the level 40 bracket. And we're going to head back and we're going to get the level 35 Lev quest known as Get Me the Usual. And we're basically going to repeat this 2 more times. So we're going to do this Lev quest a total of 3 times, including the one we just turned in. Which means we have to craft 6 more high quality heavy steel flanchards to turn in. And after doing so, we're going to fast forward. Here we are at Bango Zango, and we're going to turn in our final 3. I'm going to hand over the first one. Complete. Some additional, we're going to hand over the second one. Complete. Some additional, hand over the last one. Now this is technically our 9th one that we're turning in. As you can see here, we're already level 48. From 35 to 48, this is a really good Lev quest. So here we are back at Tmikri, the Lev Mat, and I'm going to show you the gear that we use for this section of the video. Now please keep in mind you're going to need at least a minimum of 314 CP, and that this Lev quest is actually very difficult to do. But if you do not intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have with materia, then feel free to use high quality materials in order to supplement your lack of control stat by giving you an early boost to your quality bar at the beginning of the recipe. Alright, so make sure you eat high quality blood bowl based food to give you that extra shot of CP and control. And if you still need more CP, you can drink Cunning Craftsman syrup. So now speak to Tmikri the Lev Mat and grab the level 45 Lev quest known as Some Dragoons Have All the Luck. And this is going to have us crafting 3 high quality, high mithril armor per Lev quest. So go ahead and open up your crafting log and search that up. And remember, this recipe is very difficult to do. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, which is a new ability we just learned. And it gives us 8 stacks of Waste Not, basically. So we're going to use that to get up to Inner Quiet 9 by doing Basic Touch, Standard Touch rotation. So after that, we're still not going to have enough quality bar. So go ahead and do your Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And once you've used up all your Waste Not 2 stacks, we're going to have to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch again to max out our quality bar. So we're going to go all the way up to 11 Inner Quiet stacks. Very important. So go ahead and do that now. So 10 and 11. Alright, so now we have 2 more durability. And we're going to do Veneration. And we're going to end with 2 basic synthesis with that final 20 durability. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality, high mithril armor. But there's a triple turn in, of course, so we're going to have to craft 2 more. So once again, Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And then after all your Waste Not 2 stacks are used up, do again Basic Touch and Standard Touch, bringing you to Inner Quiet 11. Then ending with Veneration and 2 basic synthesis. And after we've crafted our 3 high quality, high mithril armor, head back to Bango Zango to turn them in. So I'm going to hand over the first one, complete. That should get us to 49. Hand over the second one, some additional, hand over, yes, and complete. That should get us to 50. Some additional, we're going to now turn in our third one, hand over, yes, and complete. And that should get us pretty deep into level 50, which is great. So now we're going to go into part 2, and we're going to do levels 50 to 60 for this next section of the video. And for this next section of the video, we're going to be purchasing 2 different separate shopping lists, and they both need to be purchased. So we're going to go with the first set, which is going to be for the job quest, and we're going to start off with purchasing 1 aldegoat leather, 2 boar leather, 1 bomb ash, 1 brass ingot, 25 bronze ingot, 7 bronze plate, 1 bronze rivet, 3 cobalt ring, 2 copper ingot, 1 electrum ingot, 1 elm lumber, 2 hippogriff sinew, 2 iron ore, 2 iron plate, 1 maple lumber, 7 mithril plate, 3 mithril rings, 3 mithril rivets, 1 oak lumber, 2 piece steel leather, 1 steel plate, 3 steel rings, 1 undyed felt, 1 undyed velveteen, and please purchase any cheap rank 1 material that you can find, and also please purchase very specifically a Heaven's Eye rank 3 materia. It must be Heaven's Eye rank 3. Alright, and for the next list we're going to be purchasing for the Lev quest, and the recipes that you're going to be crafting must be high quality. So if you do not intend to meld your gears deeply as I have, then feel free to purchase the following items in high quality to make up for the lack of control stack. So please purchase 3 cedar lumber, 6 Domo leather, 3 dragon leather, 3 grade 1 vitality dissolvent, 3 hard silver ingot, 9 mithrite nugget, 3 mithrite rivets, 6 ramie cloth, 3 rose gold nugget, 3 titanium ingot, and 6 titanium nuggets. Once again, if you do not intend to meld your gears deeply as I have, then feel free to purchase all of these in high quality to make up for any lack of control stats that you might have. Alright, so here we are at Hananza the Guildmaster. And we're going to be grabbing the level 5 job quest known as From Thigh to Neck. And we're going to be crafting 3 bronze hoplons. Now, they don't have to be high quality. They can be just normal quality. So if you want, you can just quickly synthesize them. But because we're at a high level, we're going to go ahead and high quality them anyway. Very easy. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And that should max out your quality because this craft is really easy. So you can finish off with 1 basic synthesis to complete the progress bar. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality bronze hoplon, but we need to craft 2 more because the quest requires 3 of them. So go ahead and repeat this process 2 more times. And remember, they don't have to be high quality, so if you fail to high quality them, it's okay. You don't get any extra EXP for turning them in that way. So go ahead and turn in all 3 to Hananza the Guildmaster. And after you hand over, you complete the quest. And we're going to speak to Hananza again. And this time we're going to grab the level 10 job quest, known as the Base Fundamentals. And then after that, we're going to be crafting 12 bronze plate. Now 12 is a lot, so we're just going to craft 1 of them, and then after that I'm going to show you how to quick synth. So go ahead and open up your crafting log and synthesize a bronze plate. Very easy, we're going to do Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And that should complete your quality bar. So go ahead and use Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. So now we've manually crafted 1. And now we're going to use Quick Synth because 12 is a lot of them. So go ahead and synthesize 11 because we already made 1. Now some of these might come out as high quality, which is totally fine. But after we've crafted all 12 of them, all the high quality versions, we're going to have to lower the quality because when you turn in your 12 bronze plate, they all have to be the same quality. So as you can see here, our first one was already high quality, and it looks like we've accidentally crafted 2 more during the quick synth. So we're going to have to lower the quality of 3 of them because we want to turn in a stack of 12 normal quality. So go and open up your inventory, then right click the high quality version and then select lower quality. And then after that, go ahead and stack them into 12. And there you go. And then go ahead and head to Granay and turn in your 12 normal quality bronze plate. So go ahead and hand over. Alright. And after that, we'll complete the quest. And we're going to speak to Hananza again. And this time we're going to be grabbing the level 15 job quest known as One's Own Worst Critic. And after that, we're going to speak to Tradecraft. So we're going to head due west. And there you go. We're going to speak to Tradecraft. And it's kind of hard to click for some reason. So just click around until you select. And there we go. Alright, so now we're going to speak to Blandstire. And remember this location, as we're going to be going here very often throughout this video. So here we go. After that, we're going to be crafting a decorated bronze barbet. But in order to do that, we're going to first craft the regular bronze barbet because that's one of the materials. So go ahead and right click the bronze barbet icon in the material list, as you can see there, and then search for item by crafting method. So go ahead and synthesize, and we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, and that should max out the quality bar. Then we're going to do Basic Synthesis to complete the progress. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality bronze barbet, and we're going to use that as a material for our decorated bronze barbet. So go ahead and right click the material, and here we go. And it's going to give you a boost to your quality of 144, which is great. But we're going to go ahead and use a normal quality one, it's fine. And we're going to do the same rotation, so Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And that should max out your quality bar, so you can finalize the craft by using a Basic Synthesis. And there we go, high quality, decorated bronze barbet. But we also need to craft a bronze buckler. So go to open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search, look for bronze buckler. And then synthesize, and again we're going to use the same rotation: Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, and then ending off with Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. And there we go, we should have crafted a high quality bronze buckler. Now it's okay and if you didn't craft either of these in high quality, because you only have to turn in normal quality at this point anyway. You don't get any extra EXP, so it doesn't really matter. So go ahead and turn them in. And after that, we're going to head back to Tradecraft. So go ahead and travel there now. And now we're going to head back to Hananza the Guildmaster to complete the quest. Alright. After doing so, we're going to speak to Hananza again, and we're going to grab the level 20 job quest known as an Armorer's Pride. Alright, so now we have to craft a iron hoplon, and we have to enhance it with materia. So go ahead and open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search look for iron hoplon. And then we're going to go ahead and synthesize now. And again, we're going to use the same rotation, so Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And after that, that should have maxed out your quality bar. So then we can use one Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality iron hoplon. But we're not done just yet. We have to enhance the materia. So open up your inventory, and if you've already unlocked materia melding, you can right click the item and then go down to meld. And at this point you can pick any rank 1 materia that's cheap and go ahead and meld it in. But in case you haven't unlocked this, I'm going to show you the alternate method. So we're going to teleport to the Limsa Lominsa Lower Decks main Aetheryte Plaza. So we're going to open up our teleport list, and at the top, Limsa Lominsa Lower Decks. So we're going to go ahead and teleport there now. And then once we arrive, we're then going to Aetheryte Telepoint to Hawker's Alley. So we're going to take the main Aetheryte Teleport Crystal right in front of us. Aethernet, and we're going to search for Hawker's Alley. And that's pretty close by, but it's still quite a walk, as you can see here. And then we're gonna head due east to the Materia Melder. From there, we're gonna go ahead and request meld. So Materia Melding, we're gonna select Iron Arplon, and then select our cheap rank 1 materia that we purchased earlier, then submit request. And then yes, and there you go. Now we've materia enhanced an Iron Hoplon. But since we're already here, we're gonna go ahead and craft the high quality Cobalt Habergeon. Now it has to be high quality, and it's a very difficult craft, so make sure you eat your high quality Blood Bowl based food and high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup to get your stats up. And after that, go ahead and open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search, look for Cobalt Habergeon. And we're gonna go ahead and synthesize now. And because it's a difficult craft, we're actually gonna be using a higher end rotation. So we're gonna start off with Inner Quiet. So we're gonna open up our efficiency calculation, and there we go. So Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. So now we've used all of Waste Not 2 stacks, and we have 9 Inner Quiet stacks. So we're gonna do Innovation, followed by Great Strides, and then ending with Byregot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. After that, we're gonna do Veneration, and then we're gonna do 3 basic synthesis to complete the progress bar. So 1, 2, and then the third one, there we go. We've crafted a high quality Cobalt Habergeon. And now we have to materia enhance it. So we're gonna go ahead and speak to the materia melder, and we're gonna put in very specifically Heaven's Eye materia rank 3 into the Cobalt Habergeon. It must be very specifically the Heaven's Eye materia 3. Once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and submit request, and we're gonna save that item for later. So now we're gonna head all the way back to Blandsteer at the Armorers Guild. So once here, we're gonna turn in our Iron Hoplon with the materia rank 1. And then we're gonna go and complete the quest. And now we're gonna head all the way back to Hananza, the Guildmaster, to select the level 25 job quest, known as Showing Your Steel. I'm gonna go and accept that now. And now we're gonna have to craft a high quality steel ingot. Just like before, this has to be high quality. So go and synthesize. And we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Alright, so now we're going to do Byregot's Blessing to complete the quality bar, and then we're going to end with Basic Synthesis using the last 5 durability that we have left. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality steel ingot. So now we're going to head all the way back to Blandsteer to turn in our high quality steel ingot. I'm going to go and complete the quest. Then we're going to head all the way back to Hananza the Guildmaster, and we're going to grab the level 30 job quest known as May the Best Armorer Win. Alright, so now we're going to Aetheryte teleport to the Limsa Lominsa lower decks. And then after that, once we get there, we're then going to take the Aetheryte teleport to the Fisherman's Guild. So here we go, heading to the main Aetheryte Plaza. And once again, once we arrive here, take the Aetheryte Aethernet and head to Fisherman's Guild. Once we arrive, we're gonna head into the Fisherman's Guild and up the steps, and we're gonna speak to Nortweeb. After that, we're gonna head all the way back to Blandsteer. And now we have to craft a high quality steel chainmail. So in your crafting log, go ahead and open up. In the recipe search, look for steel chainmail. And we start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Great Strides, and then we're going to finish our quality bar with Byregot's Blessing. After that, we're going to work on our progress, so we're going to do Veneration into Basic Synthesis. And there we go. We should craft a high quality steel chainmail. So with that in hand, we're going to then speak to Blandsteer to complete the quest. So go ahead and turn it in. Hand over. There we go, we're going to complete the quest. Now we're going to head all the way back to Hananza the Guildmaster, and this time we're going to grab the level 35 job quest known as Pans of Steel. So now we have to craft a high quality steel fry pan. So you're going to open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search, look for steel fry pan. Then we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Then we're going to do Great Strides into Byregot's Blessing to complete the quality bar. Then we're going to use Veneration and Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. Alright, and there we go, we've crafted a high quality steel fry pan. So now we're going to speak to Hananza the Guildmaster. And we're going to hand over the high quality steel fry pan. And now we're going to teleport to the Culinarians Guild. So you can either take the Aetheryte Telepoint and then head to Culinarians Guild. And then once you get there, you can head inside, and we're going to speak to Lingsath, the Guildmaster, to complete the quest. Hand over this high quality steel fry pan, and there we go. And then after doing so, we're going to head back to Hananza, and we're going to grab the level 40 job quest known as Best of 3. Then we're going to head all the way back to Blandsteer. And now we have to craft a high quality Mithril Curious. So in your crafting log, in the recipe search, look for Mithril Curious. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and synthesize, and we're going to start with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Then we're going to do Great Strides into Byregot's Blessing. That should complete our quality bar, and then we're going to do Veneration into Basic Synthesis to complete our progress bar. And there we go, we should have crafted a high quality Mithril Curious. After that, we're going to head back to Hananza, the Guildmaster. We're going to hand over our high quality Mithril Curious. Then we're going to head back to Blandsteer and hand over the Mithril Curious to him and complete the quest. Alright, now we're going to head back to Hananza the Guildmaster, and this time we're going to grab the level 45 job quest known as For the Good of the Guild. Now we're going to have to craft a bunch of items, so we're going to start off with a high quality mithril plated Caligay. So make sure you have your high quality Blood Bowl based food and your high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup active. We're going to need them because these recipes are actually very hard. So go and open up your crafting log and look for Mithril Plated Caligay. And then we're going to go ahead and synthesize. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Now that should have used all your Waste Not 2 stacks, and we should have 9 Inner Quiet stacks available. From there we're going to do Innovation into Great Strides, and then ending with By Our God's Blessing to complete the quality bar. From there we're going to activate Veneration, and then 2 to 3 Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. And there we go. Crafted a high quality Mithril Plated Caligay. So now we have to craft a reinforced Mithril Elmo. But before that, we have to craft a regular Mithril Elmo to use as a material. So go ahead and look for Mithril Elmo, and then we're going to go and synthesize. And we're going to use the same rotation that we just did. So Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Once we've used up all our Waste Not 2 stacks, we should have 9 Inner Quiet. So we're then going to do Innovation into Great Strides, and then finishing off your quality bar with By Our God's Blessing. After that, we're going to do Veneration, and then 2 to 3 Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. After doing so, we should have crafted a high quality Mithril Elmo, and we're going to use that as a material for our reinforced Mithril Elmo. So go ahead and in the material section, right click the Mithril Elmo and slot in the material, and then we're going to go ahead and synthesize. And we're going to have a pretty nice boost of 292 on our quality bar, which is great. And then we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Once again, we should have used up all our Waste Not 2 stacks. We should have 9 Inner Quiet. So then we're going to do Innovation, Great Strides into By Our God's Blessing to complete our quality bar. After doing so, we're going to do Veneration and then 2 to 3 Basic Synthesis, and that should craft a high quality reinforced Mithril Elmo. So now we have to craft a high quality Mithril Solarets. So go ahead and open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search look for Mithril Solarets. And then we're going to go ahead and synthesize. And we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And that should use all our Waste Not 2 stacks, bringing us to Inner Quiet 9. Then we're going to do Innovation, Great Strides into By Our God's Blessing to complete the quality bar. From there, we're going to do Veneration and then 2 to 3 Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted high quality Mithril Solarets. After we have all 3 of those items, we're then going to speak to Hananza the Guildmaster, and we're going to hand over all 3. And then after that, we're going to head back to Blansteer and complete the quest. Alright, so now we're going to head all the way back to Hananza the Guildmaster, and this time we're going to grab the level 50 job quest known as Rivalry and Respect. Now, we've already crafted the high quality Cobalt Habergeon, and we've already melded it with the Heaven's Eye Materia 3. So we're going to head back to Hawker's Round by first teleporting to Limsa Lower Decks, Maiden Aetheryte Plaza. And once we get there, we're then going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint, and we're going to choose Hawker's Alley. So go ahead and open up the Aethernet, and then scroll down to Hawker's Alley. And once we arrive there, I'm just going to turn around a little bit and we're going to speak to Zweirenberg. And we're going to hand over the Material Enhanced Cobalt Hauberk. Now we're going to speak to Blandstier, all the way back at the Armorers Guild. And then we're going to speak to Hananza, the Guildmaster, to complete the quest. Alright, so now we're going to speak to Hananza, the Guildmaster again. And this time we're going to be grabbing the level 50 job quest. But we're not going to complete it. So we're going to be grabbing the Breaking of Blandstier. After that, we're going to head over to Blandstier. And now we're going to head all the way back to Hananza, the Guildmaster. And then we're going to take the teleport to Lower Lenosia. And we're going to head to Morabai Dry Docks. So once we arrive there, go ahead and mount up onto your flying mount. And then we're going to fly due north. And once we arrive there, we're going to speak to Blandstier. But we're not going to finish this quest at this point. So we're now going to teleport to the city of Isgard. So we're going to open up our teleport list. And we're going to look for Foundation. So we're going to scroll down. And under Corthritz, we're going to teleport to Foundation. And we're going to be working on our Lev quest at this point, and it's going to take us all the way up to level 60. Once we get to Ishgard, we're then going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint to the Sky Steel Manufactory. So go ahead and take the Aetheryte Telepoint. And once we arrive at the Sky Steel Manufactory, we're going to head toward the Temple Leves, which is due east. And it's not too far, it's pretty close. And we're going to stand in between Eloin, the Temple Levmet, and Fianula, because that's where we're going to be grabbing the Lev quests and then turning them in. So now I'm going to show you the gear that I used for this section of the video. Now please keep in mind you do not need to meld your gear as deeply as I have, but you will need a minimum of 408 CP after all food and bus have been applied. Now you'll notice that there are a few pieces we haven't upgraded just yet. One of them being the waist and the other being the offhand weapon. But it's definitely important to upgrade as much as you can. We also haven't upgraded the neck or the wrist. And we're going to be doing that after the next bracket of gear is available. So as you can see, we did not upgrade the offhand, the waist, the neck, or the wrist. And of course, you're going to be eating high quality Blood Bowl based food and high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup, because we're going to need all the stats we can get, because the next set of recipes are very difficult. So now we're going to speak to Eloin, the Temple Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 52 Lev quest known as Pan That Laid the Golden Egg. And that's going to have us crafting high quality fry pan caliente. So in the crafting log under the recipe search, look for fry pan caliente. And then go ahead and synthesize. And this is a very difficult recipe. So if you need to, feel free to use high quality materials, as it can definitely make it much easier. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet. And then after that, we're going to do Waste Not 2. Then we're going to follow up with Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And after we used all our Waste Not 2 stacks, we should have 9 Inner Quiet. So we're going to do Innovation, and then we're going to do Great Strides, and this is very important, we're then going to put Waste Not before we do our By God's Blessing. We need to definitely do that because we need the durability reduction. So remember, make sure you do Waste Not before you activate By God's Blessing. Very important. So we're going to go and do that now. And that should max out your quality bar. So we still have 3 Waste Not stacks. We're then going to do Veneration. And now we have 2 left. And then we're going to do 4 basic synthesis in a row. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we go. We've crafted a high quality fry pan caliente. And as you can see here, we barely have enough durability to do it. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 2 more. So go ahead and use the same rotation. Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Innovation, Great Strides, Waste Not, By God's Blessing, Veneration, then 4 basic synthesis in a row. And after we've crafted 3 high quality fry pan caliente, we're then going to turn them into Fianula. And you're going to notice we're going to get a pretty good amount of EXP. Currently we're at level 53. Turn in the first one and we're at 54. Some additional, yes. Hand over the second one. And then we're going to hand over the third one, and now we should be level 55. Alright, great. So now I'm going to show you the gear that I used for this next part of the video. And basically what we're doing is we're going to be upgrading the parts that we didn't upgrade before. So we definitely need to upgrade our offhand and our waist, as well as our neck and our wrist. And we're going to need a minimum of 447 CP for the next recipe that we're going to be doing. And please keep in mind you do not need to meld your gear as deeply as I have, and instead, if you need to, you can supplement the lack of control stat by using high quality materials to give you a boost to your quality bar at the beginning of the craft. And definitely make sure you have your high quality blood bullet based food and high quality cunning craftsman syrup active, as you're definitely going to need the stat boost because the next recipe uses a lot of CP. I can't stress this enough. Okay, so we're going to make sure we have our buffs active, and then after doing so, we're going to speak to Eloin the Temple Levmet, and this time we're going to grab the level 54 Lev quest known as Sometimes the South Winds. And this is going to give a lot of EXP, and we're going to be crafting Titanium Mail Offending. And this is a triple turn-in, so for every Lev quest, we're going to be crafting 3 high quality Titanium Mail Offending. So go ahead and open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search, look for that. So now we're going to be using a new rotation that's very complicated. So we're going to start off with Muscle Memory. That's an opener, so it must be done as the first action. Then we're going to do Inner Quiet. After that, we're then going to follow up with Final Appraisal. And what this is going to do is this is going to protect us from over-maxing out our progress bar. So it's going to stop us 1 shy from cap, which is great. After that, we're going to activate Veneration. And then we're going to do Waste Not 2. Once we have all 5 of those buffs active, we're then going to do Basic Synthesis. That's going to give us a lot of progress because it's boosted by Muscle Memory and Veneration at the same time. Now we're going to work on our quality bar. So we're going to do Basic Touch, followed by Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, and that's going to use up all our Waste Not 2 stacks, bringing us to Inner Quiet 8. Then we're going to do Standard Touch to get to Inner Quiet 9. Then we have to do Master's Mend because we only have 10 durability left. That's going to bring us to 40 durability. Then we're going to do Innovation, Great Strides into By God's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then after that, we're going to do basic synthesis to complete our progress bar. And after doing so, we should have crafted a high quality titanium mail of fending. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to do a total of 3, so I have to craft 2 more. Once again, same rotation. Muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, veneration, waste not 2, basic synthesis. Then basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. Bringing us to tender ability, so we're going to do Master's Mend, Innovation, Great Strides, by God's Blessing, and then ending with basic synthesis to complete the craft. And after that, we should have crafted 3 high quality titanium mail of fending. Once we have all 3 of those, we're going to then turn them into Fionnuala. And you're going to notice we're going to get a lot of EXP for this. So we're going to turn in our first one, hand over, yes, complete. Some additional, yes, hand over the second one, yes, and complete. And then some additional, yes, hand over, yes, and complete. And there we go, we're level 58. That's a lot of EXP. And we're not going to be upgrading our gear at this time because we're not going to be doing the level 58 tier of Lev quest. So go ahead and speak to Eloin the Temple Levmet, and we're going to go down to the level 56 tier. And we're going to be grabbing Bell of the Brawl. And this is a very good Lev quest. It's much better than the level 58 ones. And in your crafting log, search up titanium van braces of fending. And because there's a triple turn-in, we're going to be crafting 3 of them. So go ahead and put that in your recipe search now. And if you need to, feel free to use high quality materials in case you didn't meld your gear as deeply as I have. I'm going to go and synthesize. And once again, we're going to start off with muscle memory, followed by inner quiet. Then we're going to do final appraisal, and this is very important. It's going to protect us from overcapping our progress. Then we're going to do veneration, waste not 2, then basic synthesis, and as you can see here, we're stopping 1 shy of 752, which is perfect. And then we're going to do basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch. That should use up all our waste not 2 stacks. And then we're going to do standard touch, bringing us to 8 inner quiet stacks. And because we're at 10 durability, we have to do Master's Mend. Then we're going to do innovation, great strides into Fire God's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And we're going to finish the craft with a basic synthesis. And there we go, we've crafted high quality titanium van braces of fending. But we've crafted 1, and this is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 2 more. So go ahead and do that now. Once again, we're going to use the same rotation that we used earlier. Muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, veneration, waste not 2, basic synthesis, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, Master's Mend to get us some durability, then innovation, great strides by our God's Blessing, and then ending with basic synthesis. And there we go, we've crafted 3 high quality titanium van braces of fending. So we're going to go ahead and turn those into Fionnuala now. We're going to hand over the first one. And as you can see, we're 59. Then we're going to submit additional. Hand over the second one. Yes. Complete. And then submit additional. Hand over the third one. And that should get us to level 60. So now we have to do some job quests so that we can skip the level 60 tier of gear to make things a lot cheaper because that gear is very expensive. Alright, so now we're going to be going into part 3 and we're going to be doing level 60 to 70. And before we do that, we're going to need to buy 2 different sets of shopping lists. The first one being for the job quest that we're going to be doing. And for that list, we're going to be purchasing 2 Domo leather, 1 hollow chestnut lumber, 2 rose gold nugget, 3 titanium ingot, 5 titanium nugget, 2 titanium rivets, and also we must purchase a high quality adamantite lorica of fending. It must be in high quality. And then after that, we're going to purchase items for our Lev quest. So the following items is recommended to be purchased in high quality if you do not intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have with materia. So please purchase 3 blood hempen cloth, 3 duranium nugget, 3 gazelle leather, 6 grade 1 Risui of strength, 6 grade 1 Risui of vitality, 6 gayuki leather, 6 high steel nugget, 6 copper nickel ingot, 3 marid leather, 6 molybdenum ingot, 12 oroshigane ingot, 6 tamahagane ingot, 3 twin thread, and 12 wildflower feather. So here we are back at Leves, and we're going to speak to Hananza the Guildmaster, and we're going to continue doing our job quest that we started earlier. And now we're going to head back to Blansteer to complete the quest. There we go. After that, we're going to speak to Blansteer again, and this time we're going to be accepting the level 53 job quest known as Lightheaded. So now we're going to head to the Drowning Wench Adventurers Guild, and please remember this location as we're going to be coming here quite frequently throughout this section of the video. And once we arrive in the Drowning Wench Adventurers Guild, we're going to speak to Benethair, and you're going to notice that we're going to have to make this long run between the Adventurers Guild and the Armorers Guild quite often. So after speaking to Benethair, we're now going to teleport to New Gridania. So open up your teleport list and scroll down to New Gridania under the Black Shroud list. And once we arrive there, we're going to have to head to 2 different guilds. So the first one we're going to head to is the Carpenters Guild because it's in this zone. So we're going to head due west, and once you get to the Carpenters Guild, speak to Beaton the Guildmaster. After that, we're going to head all the way back to the Aetheryte Telepoint, and then we're going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint to the Leatherworkers Guild. And then we're going to head due west until we come across a bridge. Then we're going to head due northeast across the bridge, and once we get inside, we're going to speak to Geva the Guildmaster. After that, head back to Leves and speak to Hananza the Guildmaster at the Armorers Guild. So now we have to craft a titanium mask of striking, and just like before, it has to be high quality. It is a hard craft, so definitely eat high quality Blood Bowl based food and high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup, because you're definitely going to want to boost your stats. So now we're going to go ahead and synthesize, and we're going to start off with muscle memory. Then we're going to do final appraisal, and that's going to give us a safety net so we don't max out our progress. Then we're going to do veneration, and then basic synthesis. That should keep us 1 away from max on progress. Then we're going to do inner quiet. Then we're going to do waste not 2. Then basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. And that should have used our waste not 2 stacks, so we should have 9 inner quiet. Then we're going to do innovation, great strides into Fire God's Blessing. And after we complete our quality bar, we're then going to do basic synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality titanium mask of striking. So now I have to go all the way back to the Adventurers Guild, and we're going to talk to Benethair to complete the quest. And we're going to turn in our high quality titanium mask of striking that we just crafted. Then we're going to go ahead and complete. Now we're going to head all the way back to Blansteer at the Armorers Guild and accept the level 55 job quest known as Fancy Lancer. After that, we're going to head all the way back to Benethair at the Adventurers Guild. So as you can see here, we're going to come here quite often. Now we're going to head all the way back to the Armorsmiths Guild and speak to Hananza the Guildmaster. So now we're going to teleport to the city of Ulda. So go ahead and open up your teleport list. And we're going to head to Ulda Steps of Nuld. And then once we arrive there, we're going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint. And the first one we're going to do is we're going to head to the Weavers Guild. So go ahead and open up your Aethernet list. Select Weavers Guild. Now we're going to head due southeast into the Weavers Guild, and we're going to speak to Regilant Rose the Guildmaster. After doing so, we're then going to head all the way back to the Aetheryte Telepoint, and now we're going to take the Goldsmiths Guild Aetheryte Telepoint. And once we get there, we're going to head due south into the Goldsmiths Guild, and we're going to speak to Serendipity the Guildmaster. After that, we're going to head back to Limsa and speak to Hananza the Guildmaster at the Armorers Guild. And now we have to craft a high quality titanium cuirass of maiming. Now this craft is definitely very difficult because it's 70 durability and not 80. So make sure you have your high quality cunning craftsman syrup and your high quality blood bowl based food active, because you're definitely going to need it. So we're going to go ahead and synthesize now. And remember, this is 70 durability. So we're going to start off with muscle memory. Then we're going to do final appraisal, veneration, basic synthesis. Then we're going to do inner quiet, waste not 2, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. And after we used up all our waste not 2 stacks, we should have 9 inner quiet, but we only have 10 durability left. So we're going to do Master's Mend to bring up our durability up to 40. Then we're going to do Innovation, Great Strides into Buyer God's Blessing to complete the quality bar. After that, we're then going to use Basic Synthesis to complete the progress, and that should get us a high quality titanium cuirass of maiming. It's very important to remember that there's 70 durability, not 80 like the previous craft. Alright, so there we go. We've crafted high quality titanium cuirass of maiming. So now we're going to head all the way back to the Adventurers Guild and we're going to speak to Benether to complete the quest. That way we can turn in our high quality titanium cuirass of maiming. So go ahead and hand that over now. And then go ahead and complete the quest. And now we're going to head all the way back to the Armorers Guild and speak to Blansteer, and we're going to get the 58 job quest known as the Reforging of Blansteer. And then we're going to go all the way back to the Adventurers Guild and speak to Benether. Alright, so now we're going to open up our teleport list, because we have to teleport to Ishgard. So we're going to take the Foundation teleport. So go ahead and open up your teleport list, and then we're going to scroll down to Korthus. Or we can select Ishgard and surrounding areas, and then select Foundation. Once we arrive there, we're going to take the Aetheryte telepoint, and we're going to take the Gates of Judgment, which is going to take us to Korthus Central Highlands. And that's the gate right outside the city. So going to open up the Aetheryte telepoint, and it should be the last one. So the Gates of Judgment. There we go. Once we get there, we're again going to run due southeast, right outside the gate. And we're going to turn left, and we're going to speak to Juan Maga. And we're going to come back here shortly after. So remember this spot. So now we're going to run all the way back in to Ishgard by talking to the Temple Knight Gate Guard. And then we're going to take the Aetheryte telepoint. And this time we're going to go to St. Raymonad's Cathedral. Once we arrive there, we're then going to head due northwest into the cathedral. There's a statue at X 8.0 and Y 7.5, and we're going to /pray at that location. Now there is no target marker or destination marker, so you'll just have to go inside this orange circle on the map and then initiate /pray. After that, we're going to head back to the Gates of Judgment, and we're going to speak to Juan Maga. After doing so, we're going to have to craft a high quality titanium hoplon, and this is also a 7 durability recipe, so it's very hard, so make sure you have your high quality cunning craftsman syrup and your high quality blood bowl based food active, as you're definitely going to need it. And go ahead and open up your crafting log and type in titanium hoplon. So we're going to start off with muscle memory, followed by final appraisal, veneration, basic synthesis. Then we're going to do inner quiet, waste not 2, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. And after that, we should use all our Waste Not 2 stacks, up to 9 Inner Quiet. Since we have 10 durability, we're going to use Master's Mend to get us up to 40 durability. Then Innovation, Great Strides into Fire God's Blessing to complete the quality bar. Then we're going to end with Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality titanium hoplon. Now we're going to head to the Adventurers Guild in Limsa Lumensa, and we're going to speak to Benether to complete the quest. So go ahead and speak to Benether now, and we're going to hand over our high quality titanium hoplon that we just crafted. Then after that, we're going to head all the way back to the Armorsmiths Guild, and we're going to speak to Blansteer. And we're going to grab the level 60 job quest known as the Pride of Vimeli. Then we're going to head back to Benether at the Adventurers Guild. And now we're going to teleport to the city of Olda. So go ahead and open up your teleport list. And then look for Olda. And we're going to head to the Steps of Nald. Once we arrive there, we're going to take the Aetheryte telepoint. And we're going to head to the Gladiators Guild. So go ahead and open up the Aethernet telepoint list. And then select Gladiators Guild. And once we arrive there, we're going to head due west and into the Gladiators Guild, and we're going to speak to Blansteer. Then we're going to speak to Blansteer again. And now we're going to head back to the Aetheryte telepoint, and we're now going to go to the Miners Guild. Once we arrive there, we're going to head due south into the Miners Guild, and we're going to speak to Hananza. Now, we've already pre-purchased the high quality adamantite lorica of Fending earlier, so go ahead and head back to the Armorers Guild and speak to Blansteer to turn in the armor. And now we're going to head to Limsa Lumensa lower deck, so we're going to take our teleport list, and that's going to bring us to the main Aetheryte crystal. And once we arrive there, we're going to head due east. And then we're going to speak to Benether to complete the quest. So I'm going to hand over the Pride of Vimeli. And there we go. Alright. So now we're going to teleport to the city of Kugane. So open up your teleport list. Then select the far east. Then under Hingashi, we're going to teleport to Kugane. And once we arrive there, we're going to be doing our Lev quest to take us from currently level 62 all the way up to level 70. And the first Lev quest that we're going to be doing is actually very difficult. So once we arrive, we're going to head due northwest, just a few steps towards Unameko's tea house. And once we get there, we're going to stand in between Caltrain and Chantine. Now I'm going to show you the gear that we used for this section of the video, and we're going to be doing a level 60 Lev quest. But the only gear that we've currently changed so far is we've upgraded our main hand and our waist. And everything else is still around level 51, 52, 53. So this is going to be a very difficult Lev quest to do. And we're going to need a minimum of 366 CP. But make sure that you eat your high quality Blood Bowl based food and high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup, because you're definitely going to need it. This recipe is extremely difficult. And if you need to, if you don't want to meld your gear as deeply as I have with materia, then feel free to use high quality materials. As for this Lev quest specifically, it will it'll help a lot. So we're going to go ahead and make sure our buffs are active. And after we've buffed up, we're then going to speak to Caltrain the Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 60 Lev quest known as Setting the Stage. Remember, we're going to take the level 61. So there we go, Setting the Stage. We're not going to be doing level 62 Lev quest. We're only going to be doing the level 60. Let's go ahead and accept that. And we're going to be crafting 3 high quality, high steel helm of maiming. Remember, there's a triple turn in, so we have to craft 3 of them. So if you have any high quality materials, definitely use them. Alright, so here we're going to start off with Muscle Memory, followed by Inner Quiet. Then we're going to do Final Appraisal to protect us from overcapping our progress. It's going to get us to 1 shy of cap. Then we're going to do Veneration, followed by Waste Not 2. Then we're going to do Careful Synthesis, which is a new ability that we got, and it's going to give us a lot of progress. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, which should use up all our Waste Not 2 stacks, and then Standard Touch to bring us to Inner Quiet 9. And after doing so, we should be at 20 durability left. So we have 2 durability affecting actions left. So we're going to do Innovation, then we're going to do Great Strides, and then we're going to do Byregot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then after that, we're going to do Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. And there we go, we should have crafted a high quality, high steel Helm of Maiming. But remember, we have to do a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 2 more, and we're going to be doing the same rotation that we just did. That's Muscle Memory, Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, Veneration, Waste Not 2, Careful Synthesis, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Innovation, Great Strides, Byregot's Blessing, and ending with Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. Alright, so after we've crafted our 3 high quality, high steel Helm of Maiming, we're then going to turn them into Chantine, who's right next to Caltrain the Levmet, which is great because we don't have to run around. So here we go. Go ahead and speak to Chantine. And we're going to hand over the first one. Yes, and complete. We're level 63 now. We're going to submit additional. Hand over the second one. Yes, and complete. And then we're going to submit additional. We're going to hand over the third one. Yes, and complete. And that should bring us to level 64. Which is great because now we can do the next set of Lev quests. And we're going to be upgrading everything else that we haven't upgraded already. So remember, previously we upgraded the main hand and the waist, and now we're going to be upgrading everything else. So all the armor pieces, the offhand weapon, and all the accessories. And the nice thing about this gear is we're going to be using most of this gear all the way up until level 68, at which point we're only going to be upgrading the main hand and the offhand. And we won't upgrade the armor and the accessories until level 72. And remember, we're going to need a minimum of 366 CP because we're going to be doing the same rotation that we previously did. And remember, we did not upgrade the main hand and the waist at the moment. Definitely make sure you have your high quality Blood Bowl based food and your high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup active. And then speak to Kelching the Levmet. And now we're going to grab the level 64 Lev quest known as End Guard and On Guard. And this is going to have us crafting 3 high quality Dolmen Iron Tacets of Fending per Lev quest. So go and open up your crafting log and search for Dolmen Iron Tacets of Fending. And we're going to be doing the same rotation that we did earlier because it's a very good rotation. So we're going to do Muscle Memory, followed by Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, Veneration, Waste Not 2, Careful Synthesis. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, using up all our Waste Not 2 stacks. Then Standard Touch, bringing us to 9 Inner Quiet stacks. And then with the final 20 durability, we're going to do Innovation into Great Strides, finishing off with Byregot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then after that, of course, we're going to do Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality Dolmen Iron Tacets of Fending. This is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 2 more. So we're going to do the same rotation: Muscle Memory, Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, Veneration, Waste Not 2, Careful Synthesis, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, using up all our Waste Not 2 stacks. Then Standard Touch to get us to Inner Quiet 9, then Innovation, Great Strides into Bargot's Blessing, ending with Basic Synthesis. And there we go, we've crafted 3 high quality Dolmen Iron Tactics Defending. So now we're going to turn them into Chanteen. Hand over the first one, yes, and complete. We're level 65, which is great, some additional. Hand over the second one, yes, and complete. And then we're going to some additional, hand over the third one, yes, and complete. So we're very close to hitting level 66, but we're not quite there yet. But this is a really good Lev quest. So we're going to go ahead and repeat this Lev quest one more time. So we'll go ahead and grab End Guard and On Guard, and we're going to craft 3 more high quality Dolmen Iron Tactics Defending. And after you're doing so, here we're going to go ahead and turn them into Chanteen. So we're going to hand over the first one, complete. Some additional, yes. Hand over, yes. Complete. And then some additional, hand over, yes, and complete. And there we go, now we're level 67, which is great. So now we're going to speak to Keltrain the Levmet, and we're going to be grabbing the level 66 Lev quest known as Sweeping the Legs. And this is also a very, very good Lev quest, which is great. And this is going to have us crafting 3 high quality Dolmen Steel Greaves of Striking per Lev quest. So go ahead and in your crafting log recipe search, look up Dolmen Steel Greaves of Striking. And we're going to use the same rotation that we used earlier. That's Muscle Memory, Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, Veneration, Waste Not 2, Careful Synthesis, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch using all our Waste Not 2 stacks. And then we're going to do Standard Touch to bring us to Inner Quiet 9. And with our final 20 durability, we're going to do Innovation into Great Strides into Bargot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then we're going to end the synthesis with Basic Synthesis. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality Dolmen Steel Greaves of Striking. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 3 more. So we're going to use the same rotation that we just did. That's Muscle Memory, Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, Veneration, Waste Not 2, Careful Synthesis, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Innovation, Great Strides, Bargot's Blessing, ending with Basic Synthesis. And after we've crafted our 3 high quality Dolmen Steel Greaves of Striking, we're now going to speak to Chanteen to turn them in. So we're going to hand over the first one, yes, and complete. We should be at level 68 now. Yep, some additional, hand over, yes, and complete. And now we're gonna some additional, hand over the third one, yes, and complete. Alright, so now that we're level 68, I'm gonna show you the gear that we use for this next section of the video. Now please keep in mind that we're only gonna be upgrading our main hand and our offhand weapon. And our armor and accessories are gonna be staying the same from what we were using previously. Just note that we need a minimum of 384 CP, which is actually fairly easy considering how powerful this gear is. But if you do not intend to meld your gears deeply as I have, feel free to use high quality materials in order to supplement your lack of control stat by giving you a boost to your quality bar at the beginning of the craft. Alright, so go ahead and speak to Keltrain the Levmet, and this time we're going to grab the level 68 Lev quest known as Hedge Will Roll. And make sure you have your high quality bullet bowl based food active, and if you need more CP, feel free to use your high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup. And once all your food and buffs have been applied, we're then going to open up our crafting log and we're going to search up Molly Badenim Headgear of Maiming. And since it's a triple turn-in, we're going to have to craft 3 of these. So we're going to start off with Muscle Memory, followed by Inner Quiet. Now we're going to use Final Appraisal, but we probably won't need it. And then we're going to do Veneration, then we're going to do Waste Not 2. Then we're going to do Careful Synthesis, and as you can see here, our progress didn't even come close, but that Final Appraisal just in case. So now we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch to use up all our Waste Not 2 stacks. Then we're going to do Standard Touch to bring us to Inner Quiet 9. Then we're going to do Innovation, Great Strides into Bargot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then we're going to do Veneration, to give us a boost to our progress enhancing abilities. Then we're going to end off with basic synthesis to complete the progress bar with our final 10 durability. So we're going to go and do that now. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality molybdenum headgear of maiming. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to do 2 more. So once again, muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, veneration, waste not 2, careful synthesis, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch to use up all our waste not 2 stacks, standard touch to bring us to inner quiet 9, innovation, great strides to Byregot's blessing, completing our quality bar. And then remember to make sure you used veneration and then basic synthesis to complete the craft. And once we have crafted all 3 of those, we're going to go ahead and speak to Chantine and turn them in. So we're going to hand over the first one, yes, and complete. We're level 69, which is great. Some additional, hand over the second one, yes, and complete. And then now we're going to some additional, hand over the third one, and this should bring us to level 70. Alright, great. Perfect. So at this point in time, we're now going to move into the next section of the video, and that's going to be part 4, and we're going to be doing level 70 to 80. And for the first part of the video, we're going to be doing job quests to get us to level 72, and then we're going to do lev quests to go from 72 to 80. Now before we begin, we do have a short shopping list that we need to purchase for this next section of the video. Luckily for the job quest that we're going to be doing, the game provides us with the materials needed, so we only have to purchase items for our lev quests. And if you do not intend to build your gear as deeply as I have, then it is highly recommended that you purchase the following items in high quality if possible, starting with 18 blue spirit tile, 12 deep gold ingot, 6 Dommel leather, 12 dwarven mithril ingot, 6 dwarven mithril nugget, 6 grade 1 intelligence alkahest, 6 grade 1 strength alkahest, 6 green glider leather, 6 mana silver nugget, 6 silk thread, and 12 titan bronze ingot. And once again, if you do not intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have, then feel free to use high quality materials. Alright, so here we are at Hananza the Guildmaster in the city of Limsa Lominsa at the Armorsmiths Guild. And we're going to grab the level 60 job quest known as Original Blansteer. After that, we're going to head over to Blansteer. And then after that, we're going to head all the way back to Hananza, the Guildmaster. After doing so, we're going to speak to Hananza again, and we're going to grab the level 63 job quest known as Eastern Apprentice. So now we're going to open up our teleport list, and we're going to teleport to the city of Kugane. If you can't find that, it's under the far east, under Hinagashi. Once we arrive there, we're then going to head over to the west a few steps, and we're going to speak to Blansteer. After that, we're going to head back to the Aetheryte Telepoint, and we're going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint to Pier number 1. Now please remember this location, as we're going to be coming here quite often. Once we arrive there, we're going to head due south, and we're going to speak to Blansteer. After that, we're going to speak to Unryu. So now we have to craft a high quality paladin mail. Now if you fail to high quality it, just speak to Unryu again and he'll give you the materials for free. So don't worry about it. And we're going to start off with a new ability that we learned, and it's called Reflect. And that's our opener ability. And it's going to give us 3 inner quiet stacks, but it has to be done on the first action. After that, we're going to do Waste Not 2. Then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And this should bring us to 2 stacks left on our Waste Not 2 stack. But we're at Inner Quiet 9, so we can jump straight to Great Strides and then finishing with Byregot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. After that, we're going to do Veneration, and then we're going to do 2 Careful Synthesis, and that should complete the craft. And there we go, high quality paladin mail. So now we're gonna speak to Fugetsu. We're gonna hand over the paladin mail that we just crafted. And now we're gonna speak to Blansteer to complete the quest. Alright, so now we're going to speak to Blansteer again, and this time we're going to grab the level 65 job quest known as Forging the Scales. And then we're going to speak to Fugetsu. And now we're going to head back to the Aetheroid Telepoint, and we're going to use the telepoint to take us to Segumi Barracks. And please remember this location as well, as we're going to come here very often. Then we're going to head north into there, and we're going to speak to Segumi Blade. And then we're going to head back to the Aetheroid Telepoint, and we're going to head to Pier number 1 again. Once we arrive there, of course, we're going to head back due south, and this time we're going to speak to Unryu. So now we have to craft a high quality titanium coat. Once again, if you fail to high quality the item, just speak to Unryu again, and he'll give you more materials for free. So just like before, we're going to start off Reflect, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, bringing us to 2 more Waste Not 2 stacks and 9 Inner Quiet. Then we're going to do Great Strides into Fire God's Blessing. Then we're going to do Veneration. And we're going to complete the progress bar by doing 2 Careful Synthesis in a row. And then after that, we should have crafted a high quality titanium coat. There we go. And now we're going to speak to Blansteer to complete the quest. So go and hand over your high quality titanium coat. And after that, we're going to speak to Fugetsu. And this time we're going to grab the level 68 job quest known as Head to Head Contest. So now we're going to head to the Aetheroid Telepoint, and we're going to teleport to the Kugane Aetheroid Plaza. Then we're going to head due west a few steps where we were earlier, and this time we're going to speak to Gyosei. And then after that we're going to head all the way back to Pier number 1 using the Aetheroid Telepoint, and then we're going to head due south, and we're going to speak to Unryu. So now we got to go all the way back to the Aetheroid Telepoint, and we're going to head back to Segumi Barracks. And once we arrive there, we're going to head due north, and we're going to speak to Segumi Blade. Then we're going to head back to the Aetheroid Telepoint, and this time we're going to go to Rakuzuka District. Once we arrive there, we're going to head due west, and we're going to speak to the Sunny Stallkeep. And now we're going to head back to the Aetheroid Telepoint, and we're going to head to Pier number 1. Then we're going to head due south like usual. And once we get in there, we're going to speak to Unryu. So now we have to craft a high quality tournament summon, and once again, if you fail to high quality it, just speak to Unryu again, and he'll give you new materials. And we're going to do the same rotation that we did earlier. Reflect, Waste Not 2, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, bringing us to 2 Waste Not 2 stacks but we're gonna be at 9 Inner Quiet. So at that point, we're going to do Great Strides into Fire God's Blessing to complete our quality. Then we're going to do Veneration, followed by 2 Careful Synthesis to complete the progress bar. And after that, we should craft the High Quality Tournament Soman. So, here we go. Veneration, Careful Synthesis, and the second one. Alright, there we go. High Quality Tournament Soman. So now we're going to speak to Fugetsu to complete the quest. And then go ahead and hand over your High Quality Tournament Soman. Alright, after that we're going to speak to Bland Steer. And this time we're going to grab the level 70 job quest known as A Confluence of Style. Alright, so here we go. After that, we're going to head due north outside the double doors right in front of this boat, and we're going to speak to Bland Steer. Then we're going to head back down south, and we're going to speak to Unryu. Alright, so now we have to craft a high quality Luminantan Haraate. So go ahead and open up your crafting log, and in the recipe search, look up Luminantan Haraate. And if you fail to high quality this, don't worry about it. Just speak to Unryu to get more materials for free. Alright, so we're going to start off with Reflect. Then we're going to do Waste Not 2. Then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Great Strides into Fire God's Blessing. And that should complete our quality bar. And then after that, we're just going to do Veneration followed by 2 Careful Synthesis. So Veneration, and then 1 and 2 Careful Synthesis. There we go, we've crafted a high quality Luminantan Haraate. So now we're going to head back out the double doors and speak to Bland Steer to the north, right near the boat. We're going to hand over the high quality Luminantan Haraate. Then we're going to head due south again, back into the building, and we're going to speak to Bland Steer. Now here we are back at the Armorer Smith's Guild in Limsa Lominsa, and we're going to speak to Hananza the Guildmaster to complete the quest. Alright, so now that we got all the job quests out of the way, we're level 72, which is great. So now we're going to teleport to the Crystarium, and that's in Norvant. Under Norvant, you can find the Crystarium. And once we arrive there, we're then going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint to the Crystalline Mean. And there we go. So we're going to be doing our Lev quest from here all the way to level 80. So we're going to head due south to the Crystarium Leves, which is located at the second green tent. And we're going to stand in between Ericor and Moist. Now I'm going to show you the gear that we use for this level bracket. Now this gear is extremely powerful, and this gear will take you all the way to 70. Just keep in mind that you're going to need a minimum of 511 CP. And if you do not intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have, you can instead supplement your lack of control stat by using high quality materials to give you a boost to your quality bar at the beginning of the craft. But definitely make sure to buy all high quality here, because this will allow you to jump straight to level 80 with this gear. And of course, you're definitely going to need high quality Blood Bowl based food. And if you need more CP, you could drink high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup. Alright, so we're going to speak to Ericor, the Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 72 Lev quest known as Wrap Knuckles. And this is a really good Lev quest. And we're going to be crafting 3 deep gold gloves of fending per Lev quest, because it is a triple turn-in. So go ahead and put that in your crafting log. And we're going to be doing a new rotation now. We're going to start off with Muscle Memory, followed by Inner Quiet. Then we're going to do Final Appraisal. This is going to help protect us from capping out our progress. Then we're going to do Veneration. And now we're going to use Observe. And what this is going to do is it's going to give a combo action And we're going to use focus synthesis after that. Normally focus synthesis would have 50% success rate, but when you combo it after an observe, it becomes 100% success rate. So there's a very powerful combination to get a lot of progress for very low amounts of CP. And then after that, we're then going to activate manipulation. And what this is going to do is after every action that we do for the next 8 steps is we're going to get 5 durability. So this is going to yield us a lot of durability. Then we're going to do waste not, and we're going to be using another new ability called preparatory touch. We're going to do this 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see here, just those 4 actions got us to 9 inner quiet stacks. It's really powerful. So then we're going to follow up with innovation, then great strides, then Buyer God's blessing to complete our quality bar. And then in order to finish off our progress, we're going to do careful synthesis. And there we go, we've crafted high quality deep gold gloves of fending. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to repeat this 2 more times because we want to craft a total of 3. So once again, muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, veneration, observe. Then we're going to do the combo action, focus synthesis, manipulation, waste not, 4 preparatory touch in a row, innovation, great strides, Buyer God's blessing, and ending with careful synthesis. And after we've crafted our 3 high quality deep gold gloves of fending, but you're going to notice that when we turn these in, it's not going to give much EXP, but we don't really have much of a choice as there's no other better Lev quest. So now that we've crafted our 3 high quality deep gold gloves of fending, we're going to turn the first one into moist. We're going to hand over. And as you're going to see, it's not going to give much, but we don't really have a choice. So some additional, hand over the second one, yes, complete. And then we're going to turn in the third one, and you're going to notice we didn't even get to level 74. So we're going to have to repeat this Lev quest 1 more time. So go ahead and grab the level 72 Lev quest known as Wrap Knuckles, and we're going to craft 3 more high quality deep gold gloves of fending. There's really just no way around it. So, but don't worry, after that it's going to slowly get a little bit better level by level. Alright, so fast forward, we've already crafted them. We're going to turn them into moist now. So we're going to hand over the first one, and this should get us to 74. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. Some additional. We're going to hand in the second one. Yes, and complete. And then we're going to hand over our third one. Some additional, yes. Hand over, yes, and complete. Alright, so we're level 74 now. And we're going to be grabbing the level 74 Lev quest known as the Proper Precautions. And we're going to be crafting 3 high quality Blue Spirit Alembic per Lev quest. And we're going to have to repeat this Lev quest another time. So we're going to make a total of 6. And we're going to be doing the same rotation that we did earlier. And once again, if you do not intend to meld your gear as deeply as I have, feel free to use high quality materials. So we're going to start off with muscle memory, followed by inner quiet, final appraisal, veneration, observe, focus synthesis. Then we're going to do manipulation, followed by waste not. And then we're going to work on our quality bar. So we're going to do 4 preparatory touch in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now that we're at 9 inner quiet stacks, we're going to do innovation, great strides into Buyer God's blessing to complete our quality bar. And then we're going to end the progress with a careful synthesis, and that should craft us a high quality Blue Spirit Alembic. And there we go. But this is a triple turn-in, so we're going to have to craft 2 more because we have to craft a total of 3. So go and synthesize and use the same rotation that we just used. Muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, veneration, observe, focus synthesis, manipulation, waste not, 4 preparatory touch in a row, innovation, great strides into Buyer God's blessing, then ending with careful synthesis. And once you've crafted 3 high quality Blue Spirit Alembic, we're then going to turn them into moist. Now, once again, the XP is not very good, but luckily we don't have to upgrade our gear, which is nice. So we're going to hand over the first one. This should get us to 75. And then we're going to hand in the second one. And we're gonna get some EXP. And then we're gonna hand in the third one, and we're still gonna be level 75. So we're gonna have to repeat this Lev quest. So go ahead and grab the level 74 Lev quest known as the Proper Precautions and craft 3 more high quality Blue Spirit Alembic. And we're gonna fast forward through that so you don't have to see me craft it over again. And we're gonna turn these into moist after we've crafted them. So we're gonna go ahead and hand over the first one, which should still be level 75. Then we're gonna hand over the second one. This should bring us to level 76. And then we're gonna turn in the third one to give us a little bit more buffer. Alright, so once again, we don't have to upgrade our gear. So we're gonna grab the level 76 Lev quest known as a Budding Business. And this is gonna have us crafting 3 high quality Titan Bronze Tacits of Striking per Lev quest. And we're gonna have to repeat this Lev quest another time. So we're gonna actually craft a total of 6. At this point, make sure you definitely have your high quality Blood Bowl based food and high quality Cunning Craftsmanship active, because this one we're going to be using a whole new rotation. It's going to use a lot more CP than the previous two. And definitely we're going to need the control because we haven't upgraded our gear yet, so our gear is starting to lag a little bit behind. So after you have all your buffs opened up, then we can go ahead and start crafting. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and synthesize. So we're going to start off with Muscle Memory. Then we're going to do Inner Quiet. After that, we're going to do Final Appraisal. This is very important. We have to do this because we need to make sure we give us that buffer. Then we're going to do Manipulation. After that, we're then going to follow up with Waste Not 2. And we're going to be using a new ability that we got called Groundwork. And this is going to give us a huge amount of progress. You're going to see that we're going to be 1 shy of cap. And now we're going to do 5 Preparatory Touch in a row, because we want to get to 11 Inner Quiet stacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now our 5th one. And as you can see here, we're at 11 Inner Quiet. So now we're going to do Great Strides into Bargot's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then we're going to end with Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality Titan Bronze Tacit of Striking. But this is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 3 more. Go and use the same rotation that we just did. Muscle Memory, Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, Veneration, Manipulation, Waste Not 2, Groundwork, 5 Preparatory Touch in a row, Great Strides, Bargot's Blessing, then ending with Basic Synthesis. And after we've crafted our 3 high quality Titan Bronze Tacits of Striking, we're then going to speak to Moist to turn them in. Alright, so here we go. There we go, we've crafted 3 of them. So we're going to turn in the first one. Yes. Complete. We're still 76. Hand over the second one. This should get us to 77. Yep. Okay. Some additional. Turn in the third one. Yes. And complete. So go ahead and grab the level 76 Lev quest known as a Budding Business. And we're going to be crafting 3 more high quality Titan Bronze Tacits of Striking. And then after all 3 of them are crafted, we're then going to turn them into Moist. So there we go, we've just crafted all 3 of them. Hand over the first one. Complete. And then some additional. Hand over the second one. Complete. And now we're going to hand in the third one. It should barely get us into 78. Alright, so now that we're level 78, we're still not going to upgrade our gear because the current gear is still good. So go ahead and grab the level 78 Lev quest known as Joined at the Waist. And it's going to have us crafting 3 high quality Dwarven Mithril Plate built of casting per Lev quest. And we're going to repeat this Lev quest one more time after that. So we're going to make a total of 6. And if you need to, double check your buffs. Make sure you have your high quality Blood Bowl based food and your high quality cunning craftsman syrup active. And once all that's ready, if you need to, feel free to use high quality materials, as this is a difficult craft. We haven't upgraded our gear, so we're still using level 71 gear, but we're crafting something for 79. So we're going to start off with Muscle Memory, then Inner Quiet, Final Appraisal, then we're going to do Veneration, Manipulation, and after that we're going to use Waste Not 2, and then we're going to do Groundwork, and that's going to give us a big shot of progress. Then we're going to do 5 Preparatory Touch in a row, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th one. That should bring us to 11 Inner Quiet stacks. We're then going to do Great Strides into Byregod's Blessing to complete our quality bar. And then we're going to use Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. And there we go, we've crafted a high quality Dwarven Mithril Plate Belt of Casting. And this is a triple turn-in, so we have to craft 2 more. So just use the same rotation that we did earlier. And after we finish crafting all 3 of these, we're going to turn them into moist. And like I said, this is a Lev quest that we're going to have to repeat again. So you can make a total of 6 right now if you want to. But for the sake of this video, we're going to craft our first 3, then we're going to turn them in just so you can see how much EXP you're going to get. We're going to turn in the first one. Hand over. Yes. Complete. Hand over the second one. Yes. And complete. And now we're going to hand over our 3rd one, and that should get us to level 79. So go ahead and complete. And there we go. Just a little bit into 79, so we have to repeat this Lev quest one more time. So go ahead and grab the level 78 Lev quest known as Joined at the Waist and craft 3 more high quality Dwarven Mithril Plate Belt of Casting. So we're going to fast forward. We've already crafted these at this point in time of the video, and we're going to turn them in. So go ahead and turn in the first one to moist. Yes. Complete. Then we're going to have some additional. We're going to hand over the second one. Complete. And now we're going to hand over our 3rd one, and it should barely get us into level 80. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Level 80. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. There we go. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, consider hitting that thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button, and ringing that bell for future notifications on videos that I might be posting in the future. And in case you're interested in supporting the channel even more, I do have a merch website at streamlabs.com/DNGdangerous/merch. And until next time, take care. Goodbye.